Good evening to all of you. Today we will discuss about the science and the technology. So actually these both words are intermingled to each other. Now how or what is the science and what is the technology and how they are intermingled each other we detail study in this today's lecture. So the evolution of science is like a boon to the world. As a human being come to know a lot about the world they are living in, including the activities they indulge into. The development of technology along with advancement in the science help to bring in a revolution in various fields such as medicine, agriculture, education, information and technology and so many. In the present world, if we think of any sort of the development, then the presence of the science and technology cannot be ignored. So, what is science? In your school level, you study so many definitions of the science. For example, science is the knowledge. Science is searching of the reality. Science is specific and the systematic knowledge. Science is the systematic study of the mystery of the nature. But no one has told you much about the science. So friends, today we are going to give your answer to a lot of questions related to the science, like what is science, what is the origin of the science, and what is the history of science, etc. etc. Science, this word is derived from the Latin word that is the scientia. The meaning of this scientia, that is the knowledge or the skill. The definition of science is that is the science fundamentally is the systematic study of the structure and the behavior of the natural and physical world through the observations and the experiments. Someone say that science is the process of the systematically and logically combining knowledge about yourself and the world around you and binding that knowledge to the rules and the theories that can be verified, that is tested. Then what is the technology? This technology, this word is again derived from the Greek word that is the technologia. Technology, that is nothing but the art, skill or the ability which we use to create and develop products and acquire knowledge. Scientists use their knowledge to develop the technology and then use technology to develop science. So, because of this reason, science and technology both are integrated terms in the today's world. Both terms are not separate, they are integrated to each other. Successful practical research result in the creation of the new technology. Technology is the responsible for making human life better and more comfortable than ever before when new products come on the market. For example, this technology give us fast computers, iPhones, planes, cars, so many medicines, advanced medicines, for example, the medicine used in cancer treatment, etc. etc. We are compare the standard of living of the human being 100 years ago and today. The change we see is only due to the technology and the development that has take place in it. Contribution of the technology to the science. Now, technology as a source of the scientific challenges. The development in the field of technology paves way for the research and the development in the field of science. For example, space science is one of them. Technological development likewise indirectly stimulate basic research in the field of science. Another thing, instrumentation and the measurement techniques. Development of the advanced instruments facilitate scientists to measure the distance between the sun and the earth, the intensity of the sun's rays, and the revolution of the celestial bodies, internal problems of the human being, life of the breed, etc. All are possible only due to the instrumentation technique or the measurement techniques. Role of science and technology in our today's life. Without science and technology, our life is meaningless. So in today's world, the role of science and technology is the indispensable. We need the science and the technology in every sphere of our life, like to treat diseases such as the corona, cancer, or even to book a cab or the train flight tickets. In fact, without technology, we cannot imagine our life. One of the most important aspects of the science and technology is that it has solution to the difficult problems. The problems which have the potential to become major bottleneck to the overall growth of the country. Some of these problems are infrastructure, availability of the health food and the safe drinking water, health aspects, standard of the education. On the other hand, once mitigating solutions are found for these problems, then the second major issue is the underdevelopment in the field of scientific research and the technology that directly affects the development of the country's economy, infrastructure, higher education, and a few other fields like development of the nuclear technology, defense technology, development of the satellites, biotechnology, meteorological science, space technology, nanotechnology, wireless communication, etc. All these above technologies in turn provide favorable condition for the country's growth, economical growth, and increase the healthy competition nationally as well as internationally. Government has also created an exclusive department to emphasize on the development of the science and technology. And a separate budget is also allocated for the development of this science and technology. There are some basic principles of the science and technology. Among the very basic principles that guide the scientists as well as many other scholars are those expressed as first, that is the respect for the integrity of the knowledge, then collegiality, that is the working with the colleague in an healthy environment, that is in an effective and cooperative manner. Next one, that is the honesty, objectivity, openness. These principles are at the work in the fundamental elements of the scientific method, such as formulating the hypothesis. After the formulation of the hypothesis, you design the experiment to prove the hypothesis is true. Then, after testing, whatever be the data is there, that all data is collected and collected data is interpreting. So, formulating the hypothesis, after that designing and experiment for testing the hypothesis, and all data is collected and interpreted. In addition, more particular principles characteristic of the specific scientific disciplines influence the methods of the observation. The acquisition, that is a requirement, then storage, management, and sharing of data. The communication of scientific knowledge and information and the training of the younger scientists. How these principles are applied varies considerably among the several scientific disciplines, different research organizations, and individual investigators. Now, the classification and branches of the science. Science gives us innumerous scientific information, and so all these information is divided into different branches. Why? To harmonize the study. These branches are called as the scientific disciplines. The scope and the size of these scientific branches is kept to a minimum because for the easy handling of the subject and more practical for the human beings. In 1561 to 1626, Francis Bacon, he was one of the British philosophers. It is not a scientist himself, but proponent of the scientific vision and the scientific study. Bacon was the first to classify all these disciplines and to promote the study of science. According to the Bacon, science is classified into 5 various types. First one, that is the astronomy. Second, environmental science. Third one, geology. Next, physics. And lastly, that is the biology. So, Bacon classified the science into 5 main branches or 5 main scientific disciplines. Another person, that is the Auguste Comte, actually he was the philosopher and he classified the science into 6 types. He was the first philosopher of the French philosophical science. He classified science into 6 types: mathematical science, astronomy, physics, chemistry, biology, and anthropology. Next to August, the Herbert Spencer, during 1828 to 1903, became a famous British thinker. He classified science into various branches: logic, mathematics, astronomy, psychology, sociology, abstract science and earth sciences, biology, physics, chemistry, and concrete science. So, Herbert Spencer classified science into about 10 various disciplines, science disciplines. After that, Alexander Bain in 1811 to 1877, he divided science into two groups: fundamental sciences and dependent sciences. During the year 1857 to 1936, the British mathematician and statistician Carl Pearson, he worked to explain the scientific classification and the scope of modern science. And according to him, there are three main types of the science. First, that is the physical science, second, biological sciences, and third one, that is the social sciences. Under the physical sciences, there is physics, chemistry, astronomy, geology, atmospheric science, then mineral science. Under the biological sciences, botany and zoology. And in biological science, sociology, economics, political science, psychology, pedagogy, ethics, philosophy, history, and law science. So this is the classification according to the Pearson during the year 1857 to 1936. Now, it was easy to make such a division a few decades ago. Previously, it is easy to classify the science into various disciplines. But nowadays, there are many branches of the pure chemistry or the physics. And so, the boundaries of these subdivisions are ball or ball and ball. Each branch relies on the information or the techniques from another branch. And so, no single branch is completely isolated. While working in the field of mining, for example, when one should work in the field of mining, he should have the knowledge of the various fields like the geology, chemistry, physics, metallurgy. Another example, that is knowledge of the medicine and chemistry as well as the pharmacology is essential for development or for the invention of the new medicine. Knowledge of the physics as well as chemistry and the biology is useful when working in the field of radiology. So there are so many examples. They show that no any branch of the science is completely isolated. They are all intermingled to each other. Each branch relies on the information or the techniques from the another branch. This is the chart which show the classification of the science. So science is mainly divided into the two branches. One, that is the natural science, and the second one, that is the social science. Natural science, that is nothing but the study of the natural world. And what is social science? It is the study of human behavior and the society. Now this natural science is again classified into two types. That is the physical sciences and second one, that is the biological sciences. Physical sciences include the physics, chemistry, geology and astronomy. However, under the biological sciences, there is botany and zoology. Now, what is mean by the physical science? It is the study of the inorganic world. What is physical science? It is the study of inorganic world. That is, it does not study living thing like that of the biology. The four main branches of this physical science are the astronomy, physics, chemistry, earth science, which include the meteorology and the geology also. What is physics? Physics is the natural science which study the matter. In physics, the study of the matter is carried out. In which aspect? Its motion and the behavior through the space and the time, and related entities of the energy and the force. Under physical science, another branch or the discipline, that is the chemistry. Now, the study of chemistry involved with the elements and the compounds composed of the atoms, molecules and ions. Their composition, structure, properties, behavior and the changes they undergo during a reaction with other substances. All these are studied under the chemistry. Then astronomy. It is nothing but everything which is related to the universe beyond the earth atmosphere. That include objects we can see with our naked eyes like the sun, moon and other planets and the stars. It also include the object we can only see with the telescope or other instruments like far away galaxies and tiny particles. Earth science is the study of Earth and its neighbors in the space. In Earth science, mainly the study of Earth and Earth's neighbors in the space are studied in detail. This Earth science again classified into four main branches. Which are that four main branches of the Earth science? First, that is the geology. What is geology? It is a science that deals with the dynamic and physical history of the earth, the rock of which it is composed, and the physical, chemical, biological changes that the earth has undergone or is undergoing. Second branch under the earth science, that is the oceanography. Oceanography is the study of physical, chemical, biological features of the ocean, including ocean's ancient history, its current condition and its future. Then meteorology. It is a study of atmosphere, atmospheric phenomena and atmospheric effect on our weather. All are studied in the meteorology. Astronomy, next branch under the earth science, that is the astronomy. It is a scientific study of the stars, planets and other natural objects in the space. Another branch of the science, that is the biological sciences. In biological sciences, there is the study of the living things, and two sub branches are there. One, that is the botany and second one, that is the zoology. Under botany, Study of all plants are carried out. However, in zoology, study of all animals are carried out. The next one, that is the social science. Social science, that is any branch of the academic study or the science that deals with the human behavior in the society. Now, how the science and technology is developed. The science and technology is developed mainly due to the curiosity of the human being. It was out of this curiosity that human begins to observe and reflect on the natural wonders that took place around them. How curiosity of the human is increased? Startingly, human observe surrounding its, and all these observations reflect on the natural worlds that took place around him. This is believed to be the beginning of the philosophical and scientific thinking. The universe was formed 14 billion years ago, and the earth is believed to have formed 4.5 billion years ago. The first life on the earth originated in water about 1.5 billion years ago. The first human descendant, that is the Homo sapien, is thought to have lived some 50,000 years ago. Culture developed in different regions on the ground. It is believed to have been between the 5,000 and 3,000 BC. Science and technology have developed in the development of the culture. The invention of the wheel, the invention of fire, invention of weapons are considered to be the ancient inventions of the science. The discovery of modern energy sources and the development of the industries testify to the human progress. The 21st century is all about the science and technology. Example, that is progress in agriculture, industry, trade is increased during the 21st century. Transportation as well as education, health, literature, sports, arts is just amazing. All these fields are developed only due to the development of the science and the technology. The real beginning of the science in the human life seems to have been in the last 500 years. Initially, the influence of the science was limited to the educated. The importance of the science has not reached the common man. But after the revolution, mainly the industrial revolution, science entered the life of the common people in a real sense, and its daily life changed completely. Science, after entering the life of common man, changed the life of the man. The influence of the science is not limited to the material things, but human desires, aspiration, habits, and thoughts all are subject to the science. Science has given a philosophy to man action, and therefore human faith in the science is getting stronger day by day. Science has made possible the development of the various components such as wheel discovery, gun and mine, alcohol, navigation, energy, industry, transportation, medicinal and health facilities, planet and animal hybrid, satellites, space research, all these are developed. At the same time, infamous black side of the science has been created by the human behavior. There are opposite side of the science is there also. That is the disadvantage of the science. For example, problems such as the population explosion, malnutrition due to the high population, not everyone get the nutritious diet. So there is the problem of the malnutrition. Again, due to the high population, unemployment. Not each and every human get the employment. Violence, crime, nuclear weapons, biological weapons, pollution, etc. are all facing the wars. Due to the arms race, the whole world is at the arm and the terrorism. Naxalism are causing havoc everywhere. And nowadays, there is one of the example that is in between the Ukraine and Russia, there will be there is the war. Even so, with the science and technology, humans have a long way to. We want to put aside grief, sorrow, and fear to increase the happiness, property, and the happiness in the human society. Now, here there are some Indian scientists and their discoveries. So, first, chronologically, we study that Indian scientists and their discoveries. So, first, during the 1887 to 1920, the Sri Nivas Ramanujan is there. It is a brilliant mathematician known by the entire world. Srinivas Ramanujan is the man who knew the infinity. His contribution to the mathematical analysis, number theory, infinite series, and continued fractions have helped in shaping the current growth of the science and the technology. Another Indian scientist, very well-known scientist, that is the C.V. Raman. C.V. Raman is the pride of many Indian physicists because he got the Nobel Prize for the physics in 1930 and he was the first Asian scientist to got the Nobel Prize. C.V. Raman discovered the Raman effect. Next Indian scientist, that is the Prafulla Chandra Ray. Known for being the founder of the Bengal Chemicals and Pharmaceutical Pharma Company, Prafulla Chandra Ray is famous academician and chemist. His company is said to be the India's first pharmaceutical company. So Prafulla Chandra Ray established the first Indian pharmaceutical company. Another well-known scientist, that is the Har Gobind Khurana. Khurana is yet another Nobel Prize winner who won this honorable prize in the year 1968. So after C.V. Raman, Khurana, they also got the Nobel Prize. He was the biochemist and known for his excellence in the demonstrating how the nucleotides in the nucleus as nucleic acids control the synthesis of the proteins. Synthesis of the proteins is controlled by the nucleic acid which are present in the nucleotides, but in which manner that way is explained by the Har Gobind Quran. Then SS Abhyankar. He was famous for his outstanding contribution to the algebraic geometry. Mathematician SS Abhyankar, at the time of his death, held the Marshall Distinguished Professor of the Mathematics chair at the Purdue University. Another great personality from the India, that is the Meghan Saha. Saha is the very well known astrophysicist who developed the Saha equation. Saha equation helped the science to explain the chemical and physical condition in the stars. Next, that is the Subramanyam Chandrasekhar. He was the astrophysicist and he also got the Nobel Prize in 1983. He was known for the research on the evolutionary stages of the massive stars. Next one, that is the Salim Ali. Salim Ali is commonly, popularly known as the Birdman of the India. He was the naturalist who helped develop the ornithology in the country. Ornithology, that is the branch of the biology. In this branch, mainly the study of the bird is carried out. So, Birdman of the India, that is the Salim Ali. He developed the ornithology in the country. Next, that is the Homi Jahangir Bhabha. He was the theoretical physicist best known as the chief architect of the Indian Atomic Energy Program. Baba is amongst the greatest Indian minds and one of the most inspirational scientists whose in fact still has the strong hold in the youth of the country. He founded Baba Atomic Research Center in the Mumbai. Jagdish Chandra Bose. He was the physicist, biologist and archaeologist. His investigation is related to the radio and the microwave optic, that is electromagnetic waves. His work have not only created a lot of awareness, but he has also anchored the growth of the science. He invented the crescograph. Jagdish Chandra Bose invented the crescograph. Next Indian scientist, that is the Satyendra Nath Bose. He was the mathematician and the physicist. He was known for his collaboration with the Albert Einstein in the formulating a theory related to the gas-like qualities of the electromagnetic radiation. He has not only made the Indian proud, but his contribution toward the field of science have helped humankind excel to the extent of it. Another personality from the India, that is the Birbal Sahani. He was the paleobotanist who is known for his research on the fossils of the Indian subcontinent. He has found some of the most ancient fossils from the several innate corners of the country. Then next one, this personality, I think all of you very well known, that is the APJ Abdul Kalam. He was not only a popular scientist, also one of the most loved president of the India, ex-president of the India. He has played a crucial role in the development of the India's missile and nuclear weapons programs. His life and achievement have left a strong mark in the youth of the country. He got the highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna, and also known as the Missile Man of the India, APJ Abdul Kalam, Missile Man of the India. Then next, that is the Raj Reddy. He got the AM Turning Award winning computer scientist. Is one of the brightest men who have the anchored the development of the today known AI system, artificial intelligence. His work related to the large-scale artificial intelligence systems has helped in the growth of the AI system we use today, such as the Google Assistant, Alexa, Siri, and so many. Prasannata Chandra Mahalanobis. He is the person behind the foundation of the Indian Statistical Institute. He is popular around the world as a brilliant statistician and a physicist. Now, see, this is all about the Indian scientists and their discoveries. Now, next to this, the Indian scientists and their discoveries under this, that is the Sushruta. Sushruta is known as the father of the plastic surgery. Charaka is the father of the Ayurveda. Aryabhatta, he was the first of the major mathematician and astronomer, invented the zero and the number system. Raja Ramanna, he was the Indian physicist associated with India's first nuclear test, which is carried out in 1974. He was known as the father of Indian atomic bomb, Raja Ramanna, father of the Indian atomic bomb. M.S. Swaminathan, he was the father of Indian Green Revolution. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, he was known as the father of the Indian space program. He set up the first rocket launching at the Turbe, India. Patanjali, father of the yoga. G.D. Nair, Indian scientist, is known as the Thomas Alva Edison of the India. Varghese Kurin, known as the father of White Revolution. Now here some scientific institute and organizations which are present in our India. First, that is the National Academy of the Science, which is located at the Allahabad, established in 1930. Another Indian Academy of the Science, present in Bangalore, established in 1934. Indian National Academy of Science, present in New Delhi, the year of the establishment in 1935. Rajasthan Academy of Science, established in 1951 in Birla College, Pilani. In 1954, at Agra, Academy of Zoology was established. Indian National Academy of Engineering is present in New Delhi. Establishment year is 1987. And the National Academy of the Medical Sciences. All these are the scientific institutes and organizations which are present in India. Now, in India, the central government Department of the Science and Technology provides the grants to the following 13 autonomous scientific institutes, and these institutes, that is the Bose Institute at Kolkata, Agarkar Research Institute, Pune, Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute of the Medical Science and the Technology, Tiruvananthapuram, Indian Association for the Cultivation of the Science, again Kolkata, Indian Institute of the Tropical Meteorology in Pune, Indian Institute of the Astrophysics, Bangalore, Jawaharlal Nehru Center for the Advanced Scientific Research, Bangalore, Raman Research Institute, Bangalore, SN Bose National Center for the Basic Science, Kolkata, Birla Sahani Institute of the Paleobotany, present at Lucknow, Indian Institute of the Geomagnetism, present at Mumbai, Wadia Institute of the Himalayan Geology, present at the Dehradun, and Interdvana Research Center for the Power, Metallurgy and New Materials, situated at Hyderabad. Now there are some Indian Science Awards. Indian Science Award is the highest and the most prestigious national recognition by the government of the India. These awards gives to the person for the outstanding contribution to the science. The primary and essential criteria for the award is demonstrated and widely accepted excellence in the science. The National Science Award covers all area of the research in the science, including medicine, agriculture, and engineering. The award is announced and presented every year at the Indian Science Congress. The award carries a citation and a gold medal as well as the prize money. So under this Indian Science Award, first award, that is the Jamnalal Bajaj Award. Now this award is given for the promoting the Gandhian values, social work, social development. Now in 1978, the Jamnalal Bajaj Foundation of the Bajaj Group established. It is given annually and is usually presented by the President, Vice President, Prime Minister of the India or the leading figure. The award ceremony takes place on his birth anniversary, that is the 4th November. The birth anniversary of the Jamnalal Bajaj, that is the 4th November every year. Another award, that is the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize for the Science and the Technology. It is the highest award for the science and technology in the India. It is awarded annually by the Council of the Scientific and Industrial Research for notable and outstanding research applied or fundamental in the biology, chemistry, environmental science, engineering, mathematics, medicine, and physics. The award is named after the founder director of the Council of the Scientific and Industrial Research, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar. It was first awarded in 1958. Any citizen of the India engaged in the research in any field of the science and technology up to the age 45 years is eligible for this award. Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Prize. Next one, that is the Borlagu Award. This award recognition conferred by the fertilizer company Coromandel International Limited for the outstanding Indian scientists for their research and contribution in the field of agriculture and environment. Instituted in 1972 and named in the honor of the Nobel laureate Norman E. Bollard. The award carries cash prize of about 50 lakh rupees, gold medal, and a citation also. The next one, that is the Dr. B.C. Ray Award. Bidhan Chandra Roy Award was instituted in the 1976 in the memory of B.C. Roy by the Medical Council of the India. The award is given annually in each of the following categories, that is the statesmanship of the highest order in the India, medical man cum statesman, eminent medical person, eminent person in the philosophy, and eminent person in the arts. It is presented by the President of the India in New Delhi at every 1st July, the National Doctors Day. Vikram Sarabhai Science and Technology Award. Now, this Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai was an Indian scientist and innovator widely regarded as the father of Indian space program. Sarabhai received the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Medal in 1962. The nation honored him awarding Padma Bhushan in 1966 and Padma Vibhushan in 1972. Instituted in the 1990, it is given in the field of the space research. Then, to understand the relationship between the science and technology, consider the following points. In starting of the lecture, I told you that science and technology not the separate branches. Both are intermingled, both are integrated to each other. So, the relationship between the science and technology is understand by these 2 points. First, that is the contribution of the science to the technology and the contribution of the technology to the science, that is vice versa. So first one, that is the contribution of the science to the technology. Under this, science as the direct source of the new technological ideas. So what is science? Science as the direct source of the new technological ideas. For example, innovation and the development of the medical instruments, nuclear technology and system. Like this manner, science is contributed to the technology. Another Another most prestigious science award in the world. In last slide, we talk about the Indian awards. Now, the science awards in the world. Scientific awards are awarded not only in the field of the basic sciences but in all field of the science and technology. From that, some are given here. First, that is the astronomy, Danny Henman Prize, Eddington Medal, and Henry Draper Medal for, for the work or the innovation in the field of astronomy. In the field of mathematics, the awards are Field Medal, Abel Prize, Blumenthal Prize, Wolf Prize, Danny Hinman Prize. In the field of chemistry, Nobel Prize, Priestley Medal, Elliott Cresson Medal, Fraser Award in the enzyme and chemistry. Then computer science, Turning's Prize, Elliott Cresson Medal, IEEE Richard W. Hamming Medal. Then physics, Nobel Prize in the physics, Olf Prize, Boltzmann Model, Panofaxi Prize, Max Planck Medal, and the Albert Einstein Award. All are under the physics. Aerospace, Wright Brothers Master Pilot Award and Ansari X Prize. Then medicine, Nobel Prize in the physiology and medicine, Olf Prize and physics, Olf Prize and Elliott Cresson Medal, Potemkin Prize and Laxer Award. Now, last point under the science and technology, that is the Indian Standard Institution, that is the ISI. This ISI, it is one of the national standards setting body in the India. In 1986, its name has been changed to the Bureau of the Indian Standards. Whenever we go to buy electronic good, we definitely see if there is a ISI mark or it. This mark gives us the assurance of the quality. ISI stands for the Indian Standard Institution. This ISI came into begin on the 6th January 1947. It was renamed in the 1986 and is now called as the Bureau of the Indian Standard, that is the BIS. It is still mandatory to impose the ISI on some items, including many electric goods. If the Indian Standard Institute assures the quality of the product, then the International Standardization Organization, that is the ISO, certifies the process of making and offering a product. The ISO is the global organization that works to provide standardization across an array of the products and the companies. Its main global goal is to facilitate the trade, but its focus is on the process improvement, safety and the quality in the several areas. Now, the ISO certification certifies that the management system manufacturing the process service or the documentation procedure has all the requirement for the standardization and the quality assurance. ISO is an independent, non-governmental, international organization that develops standards to ensure the quality, safety, and efficiency of the products, services, and the system. ISO 9000 is defined as a set of international standards on the quality management and the quality assurance developed to help the companies effectively document the quality system, elements needed to maintain an efficient quality system. They are not specific to any one industry and can be applied to the organization of any size. ISO 9000 can help a company satisfy its customers, meet regularly requirement, and achieve continual improvement. It should be considered to be the first step or the base level of the quality system. So, friends, thank you. It is all about the science and technology. Thank you once again.